Hello, and welcome to 7-Minute Guitar. Today is another Theory Thursday, and we're going to talk about today the circle of fifths, sharps, and flats. A lot of people have seen a circle of fifths, but they're not exactly sure how to use the circle of fifths. Well, hopefully after today, you'll know how to use the circle of fifths. So in the circle of fifths, we can move in a clockwise manner. When moving in clockwise around the circle of fifths, the keys are separated by an interval of 1/5. So, on a scale, C, which is 1, D, E, F, G. There you go. G, which now we call 1, A, B, C, D. There we go. Same pattern holds true all the way down to right about the B. Things start getting complicated when you sharp the F sharp, because then you wind up having double sharps. If you were to try to go to a G sharp, you would have all the notes sharp plus the F would be double sharp, which would basically make it a G. So they don't really do that. They start working their way into the flats from there. Now, while it is called the circle of fifths, if you go to the left, a lot of people refer to it as the circle of fourths, moving in a counterclockwise direction. In this case, each new key contains one more flat than the previous key. This way was one more sharp. This way is one more flat. Now, using the circle of fifths really helps for the musician to memorize all 12 keys. Now, you might be thinking, here's your first key, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, nothing yet, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and G flat and F sharp. Remember what we were just saying. F sharp is really a G flat. So these two notations, if you had the exact same music written in G flat and F sharp, and two pianists sat down next to each other and played exactly, they should be playing the same notes. Just one guy's going to call it an F sharp, and one guy's going to call it a G flat. It's time to demystify all this theory. The reason I learned the circle of fifths is because of an experience I had right here. This is the A key. Well, I was passed a little bit of sheet music. It had the 3 sharps up there, and I didn't know enough theory yet. And I asked the pianist, because I was going to be playing guitar, what key is this in? And they said, I don't know, it has 3 sharps. Not helpful. So, from that point on, I made it a mission to learn this. And I learned 2 really short, quick and easy ways to know what key I was playing in and how many sharps it should have. So, I start with the key of C. And at the key of C, I have no sharps. So, when I move to the right, I have 1 sharp, and I know that that is an F. Not just because I memorized it, but because on the left of the circle of fifths is an F. Right here on the left of the C. Now, the next is the D. Now, I remembered, the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's the key D, that sort of thing. The D has 2 sharps. What are those? I know one of them is an F sharp, and I now know the other one is a C because it's just 1 jump right there. An A is 3 sharps, 1 jump, F, C, and G. So I got to remember, if I want to do some sort of lead riff, I have to make sure that my G is sharp, my F is sharp, and my C is sharp. Otherwise, I'm going to be out of tune. Now, it holds all the way true, all the way up to the B. I've never, ever had to play, as a guitarist, anything in the key of F sharp or G flat. I've always played in these F or C, G, D, A, E, B, F. Now, let's look over here. Using my circle of fifths, if you keep this in your guitar case, gig bag, you can pull that out, and you know that your F has 1 flat. Not just because that's what comes next, but because that's exactly what's directly across from the circle, your key. You're in the key of F and here's a B. You're in the key of B flat and here's an E. Now you have an E flat and a B flat because that's what was first. You're in the key of E flat. You have three flats. The B flat, E flat, and A flat. You're in the key of A flat. What are the flats? Well, we know that it's B flat, E flat, A flat, and that extra one that we just added was D flat. You're in the key of D flat. You know, so you can either use this directly across method or just know what comes next. I know some musicians that keep this tucked away in their bag. Put this on Facebook, facebook.com/7minuteguitar, in a photo album. So make sure you like that page so you can access the photo album. I also will put this next one, Circle of Fifth. It's got all a little bit of description of dominance and subdominant, and starts to get really theory based, and if that's what you want, there it is. I'm going to use this and this one for flat keys and for sharp keys. We're going to use this next week when we talk about scales. So this will be in this week, and this is also important because it talks about the relative minor. We'll get into all of that on a future Theory Thursday. If you like what you saw, please thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out facebook.com/7minuteguitar. Thanks for watching.